So with the state of the game that came out just yesterday, basically there was tidbits of weapon crafting that this is an article to evolve upon the tidbits we heard. And I just want to say sorry for that line that's stuck there. I'm pretty sure Destiny already went offline for the server maintenance. I did get the update before the finale, so there's a bunch of that's just there. But the long story short, essentially what they want to cover for Deepsight. No more Deepsight requirements for objectives. You don't need to get 40 kills on a weapon to finish it. Only craftable weapons will also drop with Deepsight when Lightfall launches. Resonant elements will no longer be a thing, basically. Let's see, there's 3 new features planned for this year, and that's weapon enhancing, whereas essentially you can enhance random Adept Lightfall gear with enhanced traits level Memento Socket coming up in the leaks after the Lightfall Master Raid release. And Deepsight activation is going to be possible to apply Deepsight to a weapon coming in Season of the Deep specifically. And weapon level boosting, leveling up a weapon will not require equipping it. Coming after Season 21, you will still be able to level up crafted weapons way if you like. Now, new insights. Basically, the general TLDR again. Deepsight objectives are removed. In Season 18, we added the ability to obtain progress and resonant elements by dismantling Deepsight weapon, bypassing the hard requirement to complete the Deepsight objective. In Lightfall, the optional Deepsight objective will be entirely removed. If you obtain a Deepsight weapon and just want the pattern of progress, you can dismantle it. If you want pattern of progress but want to keep the Deepsight weapon, you can also have the option to immediately obtain the pattern without dismantling the weapon. Basically, can keep the gun, doesn't have to dismantle. Deepsight will no longer drop for any weapon that does not have a pattern. When the Deepsight weapon drops after the release of Lightfall, it will signify a reward you want to engage immediately with. Rather than afterthought you might toss in the vault for later, Deepsight will operate like a checklist. Every red border weapon that drops will be a pattern progress that can be earned. And resonant elements, to combat this, resonant elements are being basically deleted. We've identified a number of progress for the resonant element economy, including element usage itself is infrequent, spiking only when you need to reshape or shape a weapon. Element currency cap is easily being bypassed simply by hoarding excess Deepsight weapons in the vaults. There is a disparity between haves and have-nots, where hardcore players can have gluts of elements, whereas more casual players are starving for them, as elements are more directly tied to weapon acquisition. In addition to those programs, a larger concern is that elements aren't integrated into the broader Destiny economy, and so for Lightfall, we are removing them altogether. The relic tether, which will now serve no purpose, will also be removed from your inventory. That's how you saw the elements in your inventory. While we will not be making changes to craft alloys, resonant, harmonic, or ascendant after Lightfall's launch, we are planning to remove resonant and harmonic alloys in the following seasons. There are no significant changes currently planned for ascendant alloys. So there is that. Now, they also are talking about more about enhancing and leveling up. Now, Deepsight activation, aka manual Deepsight, this feature will allow you to electively apply Deepsight to a weapon that has a pattern available to unlock. So from the sound of it, basically, let's say you got the 7th Seraph Carbine. Say it was craftable. You could activate the Deepsight to allow it to be craftable. At least that's what I'm getting from this. Only weapons that have not been previously rolled with Deepsight are valid for Deepsight activation. Deepsight weapons can't be activated on the same weapon instance multiple times. I think once you craft it, you can't activate Deepsight again. The ability to manually activate Deepsight will be tightly controlled, and there will be some variation in cost depending on the weapon IG. If it's a raid weapon, it will require additional currencies compared to a seasonal weapon. So we're targeting for Season of the Deep release for this feature. And touching again on enhanced raid weaponry. Weapon enhancing allows a weapon to be upgraded with enhanced traits, a level, and a memento socket. This upgrade will consume standard currencies and spoils conquest specifically for raid weapons, and will be applied through a new tiered weapon mod. Once enhanced, you will be able to modify limited aspects of the weapon at the crafting relic. For the initial limited rollout, weapon enhancing will have 3 tiers. Tier 1 replaces the existing masterwork, grants an enhanced intrinsic weapon level, first enhanced timestamp, and memento socket. For raid adepts only, this allows a full selection over barrel and magazine perks. These perks are individually gated by level, same as crafting weapons, so they get access to that basically. Costing of weapon level 1 will be based on the masterwork tier that is being placed. Enhancing a weapon that has a masterwork tier of value 10 will be much cheaper than enhancing a weapon with masterwork tier value 1. I think that's backwards. Yeah, that's backwards. Then Tier 2, Weapon Level 11 a requirement, allows enhancing of the left column trade perk, and then Level 3 will allow enhancing of the right column trade perk. Basically, you can change bits and pieces of the gun, you can enhance perk 1, enhance perk 2, and then continue on from there. The enhancement feature will be added to new raid adepts starting in Lightfall. Due to technical limitations, we will not be committing to a wide expansion of this capability to other weapons until we investigate further. So that is how adept weapons are going to be comparatively as powerful as crafted weapons, just because adepts can become crafted and technically be beyond them, because if you get the role you want, double enhance it, and then put on an adept mod, a little bit better. Then we also have weapon level boosting. A new weapon mod will be added that will increase the level of a crafted weapon or enhancement weapon for the cost of standard currencies. While this will not be initially positioned as the only method for leveling up a weapon, it may be a convenient method for unlocking early perk choices as an outlet for any spare currencies you have stockpiled, if you're looking to add this behavior sometime after Season of the Deep. Regardless of how you craft weapons, we believe these changes will improve your gameplay experience. Some are coming with Lightfall in just a few short weeks, others are planned for later in the year, and as always, making games is a journey, and sometimes plans and timelines change. If plans change, we will be informed. So, that is basically the TLDR of how they are simplifying weapon crafting. There is going to be a lot simpler currencies. It'll be mainly Glimmer and Legendary Shards, maybe Ascendant Shards, but it's going to be general currencies we had before Lightfall, or before Witch Queen introduced Resonant Elements and all those sort of things. Crafting is going to be simplified. Weapons can be enhanced. Initially only the raid adepts, but hopefully some more, but not of wide variety. Then a variety of other changes to other things to simplify enhancing and crafting. So that's basically, like they said though, that's to mitigate the issue of people like some of my friends where they just put red border after red border in the vault just to get resonant elements whenever they need, and only use resonant elements when they're crafting stuff. That's pretty much the only time that anyone uses them, even if that's their only purpose. But aside from that, my name is Matt Scorpion, and I will see you in the next video.